you tell me real quick?
Huh, babe?
Can you tell me real quick?
I go to the one at the gym.
Can I go?
Hey, everybody. It's me, Carmelita with Belita's World. And we're going to hit a few minutes, turn on this light. We're going to give it a few minutes so we can see who all's going to tap in, so we can get this day started. If this is your first time, please say hi. If you're returning, say hi. And welcome to Belita's World, life after gastric bypass and retirement. Hey, Tanya, how are you? I think my cousin's in here. Hey, cousin, how are you, Bonafide G? Well, guys, tonight, hopefully, I'm going to be going back over some of the things that started everything as far as this weight loss go. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hey, Christy, how you doing? I'm glad you're doing well, Tanya. How are you, Christy? Hope everything's well with you. And cousin, hope everything's well with you. I've been trying to do this gardening thing, and it's going good. It is helping. Excuse me. I don't know why I got a cough all of a sudden. It's going well. Far as getting in some exercise. Okay, great. Glad you're doing great. Same with you, Tanya. Glad you're doing great. Cousin, how you doing? Hope everything's fine with you over there in California. My granddaughter had her graduation yesterday. Over 500 students graduated. When I was graduating back in the day, we did not have schools that was seniors graduating, that many seniors. Oh my God, that was a long graduation. It was exciting to see all the kids who graduated yesterday. And before we get into it, the crazy thing is, I've never seen a school where over half the students was honor graduates, meaning those students was carrying a 3.5 and above, 3.8, I'm sorry, 3.8 GPA and above. That shocked me, over half the students, but it was a great day. Well, we got, I don't know why, I'm feeling kind of perched. Y'all give me a minute. I'm going to run and get some water. I got to get some water. I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, I got a tickle in my throat. Like something trying to say, girl, be quiet, don't talk. But I got to talk tonight. Hopefully that'll work. So tonight we're going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts as far as gastric bypass go, or gastric sleeve, or any weight loss journey that you're on. So we're going to go ahead on and get started. Y'all know I like to do research, go back, even though I know what to do. Sometimes we forget certain things, and I want to make sure that when I am talking or I am giving information, that I am being transparent and giving correct information, not something that I think is right. I always tell you, I'm not sure if that's the case. Now, but before we get started, back to me. I am down another 2 pounds. Since last week, I dropped 2 pounds. I could have dropped more had I stuck with the low carb, but I didn't. Like I said, I'm all over the place right now. I had two graduations, the church graduation, and then we had the regular graduation and going to get things for the graduate and dealing with family issues. So, needless to say, life was life, but I still managed to lose 2 pounds. So, doing the gastric bypass, we have to make sure that we are consuming the protein, because that's the main thing, is our protein rich diet, which we talked about last week about the protein. That is one of the main things. But we also got to remember that we need to be getting in our fruits, like our fruits like blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, things that's high in antioxidants, to help with our vitamins. And a lot of times people get on the assumption, because we have to take vitamins for life, oh, I get my vitamins, through pill form. I get all my nutrients through the vitamins and the vitamin, the multivitamin and the calcium. And that's not enough by itself. We still need to make sure that we're getting it in when we eat. And I know it's hard, especially when we can only eat a little bit. Like tonight, I ate 4 little chicken wings for dinner, but I had my keto bread, and had me a turkey sandwich, and I made sure I had tomatoes and onions and lettuce and pickle on that sandwich. I can eat no sides, because with the gastric bypass or the gastric sleeve, 9 times out of 10, we can eat one thing and not the other. We can't eat a whole plate like most people. Now, I could have eaten a half a sandwich and vegetables, but then I wouldn't have got in as much protein as I did. So with the protein, I keep talking about protein, but I haven't really said the amount. We really need to be getting anywhere from 60 to 100 grams of protein a day. And if you're still on the weight loss journey, we should be making sure that we are still following as best we can, because we know it's hard, the diet plan that the doctors gave us, as far as eating the right foods, not eating too much heavy fatty meats. We need to be eating more healthy meats like turkey, chicken, fish, shrimp, things like that. If you eat beef, lean beef, not fatty beef, Although a girl loves a good oxtail, that's something that is not on the menu. I will have, if I do eat oxtails, I don't know when the last time I had oxtails, to tell you the truth. I think it's been about 2 months, if not quite 2 months. So that's how often we should be eating things like that. And like the main plan say, one thing that those are the do's, and we should be eating small, since we eat small meals, we should be eating throughout the day. I know sometimes, like me, I wind up fasting, not by choice. When I fast, it's just because I'm just not hungry, or depending on the time I wake up. Like if I get some good sleep, and which is very rare, but when I do get some good sleep, if I wake up at 8 o'clock, I'm probably not going to eat until 1 o'clock. And I probably if my last meal was like 7:30 or 8, that means I done did like almost 16 hours without eating. So we're just fasting really. But we're supposed to eat little meals throughout the day to make sure we're getting all our nutrients in our body that we need, and our protein that we need, and our vegetables and fruits, all the minerals we need to keep us going and to keep our muscle mass up. Because trust me, y'all know the wing. Look at this. look how thin it is now. Remember when I was telling you guys I was glad because it was doing good, but I done lost so much. It's like no matter what I do, and I'm lifting all these heavy bags, and I still got the Batman wings coming on. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. When I get enough weight off on me, then I have the skin removal surgery. But right now, it's not there yet. And another thing we got to remember, and I am guilty of it, is chewing our food. We're supposed to be chewing our food very slow, thoroughly. What they say, chew your food. What's 36 to 100 times? Small chew, bite, 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 bite. Chew, 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 till it's really. I don't like it when I chew my food to that chewy, liquidy consistency in my mouth. I hate it. Although that's what they require, I hate it. And they say that this will prevent you from overeating, and it helps with the digestive system. It keeps you from having digestive issues when we chew, 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 chew. But I don't like chewing my food to is that mushy consistency. I just can't stand it. I don't know about you guys. Who in here don't like chewing their food up until it's that mushy consistency, like they want us to chew it until it's really fine before we swallow it? I have a hard time with that. Excuse me. I have a real hard time with that. And what I find, I don't know if it happens with you all, but with me, when I chew my food like they require me to, and sometimes I'll think about it and I will slow down and I will chew, 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 even though I don't like the way my food starts tasting when I get to chewing it like that. It doesn't help food fill me up. As a matter of fact, I could eat more when I do that. It was just crazy. Whereas if I just like I regularly chew my food and swallow it, I get full quicker. I don't know. I'm a different breed altogether. I'm one of them type of people, like I said, I knew right away, even though I wouldn't change it for the world now that I am able to get in 2Xs, I wouldn't change it for the world because I was a size 6X and counting. So to go from a 6X to a 2X is amazing. And let's be clear, I had lost, prior to surgery, I had lost 85 pounds. So I was still wearing 4Xs by the time I had my surgery. I was still in a 4 or 5X. I was no longer a 6X, but I was still wearing a 4X comfortably. A 5X was a little big on me finally, but I was still wearing that 4X with graciously perfect fit. So for me, the surgery was well worth it. See 3 people that dropped off. The surgery was well worth it for me. And I wouldn't change it for the world. However, I knew, as I was getting ready to say, I knew I was the type of person that I could gain all my weight back. I knew this by month 3 after having my surgery. The first 2 months, I couldn't really eat anything, couldn't hold, everything hurt my stomach. Pretty much that was, if it wasn't what's supposed to be put in my stomach, I knew it right away. However, as time progressed, by the time I got to the 5th month out, it was very, very scary. Very scary. Hey, welcome, Life of Jada. Having weight loss surgery on June 10th. All right, well, we're going to pray everything goes great for you when you get on that table and you look that doctor in the eye and you say, hey, baby, I'm ready. You let him know you're ready and you know he's going to do a great job on you, because that's what I told him. Hey, I'll let him know. I know you're going to do the best job ever on me when I go out. And he looked at me and he just started smiling. That's putting your doctor in a good space. So, and I learned that from watching someone years ago. It was a gunshot victim. And he said he knew he was going to die when he got shot. So when he got in that emergency room, and he was coherent, he looked at them and he said, "Thank you for saving my life, because you're something about the doctors was great, and you're gonna give me my life back." And he said he seen the doctor smile, and he knew he was in good hands then. So that's where I got that from. And so whenever I go under the knife, I put them doctors in. Before I go under, I say something to lift their spirits and let them know, thank you for doing a great job with my surgery, whatever. So we're going to pray they do a good job with you. Tanya said, liquefied is what the dietitian want us to consistently chew. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't like the liquefied consistently chew. That's what I'm talking about. That mushy. I don't know. So if you like it, let me know, Tanya. Have you done it with the liquefied, eating your food like that? So that's what we want to do, and focus on eating small meals throughout the day. Like I said, for dinner, I ate 4 little party wings. That was it. For lunch, my sandwich, because I do keto seeded bread. The bread is this small. The bread is this small. So yeah. So I have me that little sandwich. That's all I can eat. And really, I can only eat like 3/4 of the sandwich. I always leave like this little bit left. Also, so do you like the liquefied? Like it when it's liquefied? Although you eat it that way, do it bother you when you eat, Tanya, when you eat it and you eat it to the liquefied consistency? Okay, you can enjoy your food that way. I can't either. I cannot either. So I don't do it really too much. I know that's bad advice to people, but I gotta keep it 100. You don't either. Okay. So yeah, eat every few hours rather than large meals. I was listening and saying, "Oh well, I'm not gonna be snacking. I'm not gonna eat no snacks. I'm only gonna eat 3 meals a day." 3 meals a day don't work for me, and it may not work for you either, especially as a gastric bypass patient. Sometimes I only eat 2 meals a day. Sometimes I do four or five tiny meals a day. I don't know what it is. It all depends. I think it has a lot to do with my intake. When I'm drinking a lot of water, like this is probably my fourth or fifth bottle, 16-ounce bottle of water today. Also, I had 16 ounces of green tea. Guys, the green tea is really, really working for me. Um, I do the Bigelow green tea, and then I have the real lemon juice. You know, the real lemon juice in the jar, in the bottle. I pour that in my green tea. If you haven't seen it, I did a video of it. And I'll try and link it. I gotta remember when I say I'm gonna link something to go back and link it, because when I hang up, child, I go get in that bed and I forget to link. But I'm gonna try and remember to link it. The great thing about that green tea is I do notice it does change my appetite. Um, I have more energy. I have clarity, just like it says you would have. Everything is, I don't have that brain fog anymore. And I love it. When I cut back on the carbs, I don't have those downer. You know how you can be feeling good all of a sudden, then all of a sudden you eat something with carbs, and if you pay attention to your body, like when you eat sugar or something, all of a sudden you're groggy and you're down. Well, if I drink green tea that day, even if I ate something with some sugar in it, I do not get droggy. But that's a don't, guys. Do not be eating any sugar, right? We don't want to do that because that's on the don't list. But I'm just letting you know how great the green tea is helping me um, physically and mentally, clarity, mentally and physically. I just feel great drinking the green tea. And I've been drinking the green tea every day for, I think it's going on 3 weeks now. Yeah, because we was in Wisconsin for a week, and I think I started it the week before. So yeah, it's been going on almost a month. I've been drinking the green tea daily. Excuse me, guys. Mama's having a hot flash right now. I need to find something to fan with. I don't know where my fan at. And I got the fan on the whole up, up in the ceiling. But yeah, that green tea is really working. So another thing, don't forget to add your fruits and vegetables to your meal. Now, I know I keep talking about how I ate the little meat and I got my little vegetables in on the salad. Um, like if I get hungry tonight, which, like I said, since I had my surgery, it's crazy. I will sometimes get hungry more so at night now than I ever had before. So I have some kale salad in a bag that I bought at Sam's Club in there that I haven't opened. I'm probably gonna have me a little kale salad. That'll be my midnight snack tonight. I'm not gonna do the yogurt. I'm gonna do the kale salad because I want to get some greens in me, and I have enough protein. I've met my protein goal for the night. I think I've had 88 grams of protein, and like I said, we should be eating anywhere from 60 to 100 grams of protein a day. Next, remember to follow the 20-20-20 rule. What is the 20-20-20 rule, you might ask? The 20-20-20 rule is remembering to not eat for at least 20 to 30 minutes after you've drank some water. I find myself sometimes like if I won't drink the water right after I eat. 9 times out of 10, I won't drink water for at least 45 minutes. But I know I can start drinking it at least 30 minutes. The 20-20 rule is 20 to 30 minutes after you eat. But I was told by my doctor 45 minutes. Everybody, a few minutes off, what the hell? But at least you need to wait at least 20 minutes at minimum before you have any clear liquids after you eat, or any liquids after you eat. And make sure you don't have any liquid 20 to 30 minutes before you eat. That's where I have a problem at. Like I can be to drink some water and stuff, and it'll kind of fill me up, and then a few minutes, 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, I'm grabbing me something to eat. So I got to remember not to eat at least for 30 minutes after I have my water, my green tea, or whatever. In the morning, I do that. I have a cup of coffee. And this is probably why I haven't been really, I've been fasting in the mornings a lot, because I'll have a cup of coffee, 10 ounces of coffee in the morning. Then I have a 16-ounce bottle of water. Then after I have a 16-ounce bottle of water, about an hour later, I'll have 16 ounces. This cup right here, I'll fill it up. They have ice in it and my green tea, 16 ounces of green tea. And I'll drink that. And then after that, that's when I'll get something to eat. Sometimes it's 30 minutes later. Sometimes it's 10, 15 minutes later, depending on how hungry I am. by that time. But mind you, this is over a period of 3 hours um, of me drinking these three things of liquids. So I get in plenty of liquid like you're supposed to. Don't forget to take your recommended vitamins, guys. Please make sure you're taking your recommended vitamins, especially right now, because they say what they got COVID out again, even though it ain't that bad. You know, people we can get sick easy because we're trying to make sure our immune system and everything is up to par like everybody else is, and all that is a part of the vitamin intakes that we get and our nutrients. So make sure you guys are stand on top of your vitamins. Like I said, I get my multivitamin. I buy a bariatric vitamin from off Amazon, and I get a 90-day supply of these bariatric vitamins. I think it's only $23 or something like that. You know what? Yeah, my grandson then took my cell phone. Because I was gonna pull it up. That's what happened when you're babysitting. He came in here and was talking to his nana and was showing me something on my cell phone and then walked away with it. Oh well, I'll have to get it later. But I'll post the name of the bariatric vitamins because they're not that expensive, and I've been taking them now for almost probably 6 or 7 months. And for a 3-month supply, you cannot beat it. One bottle is 90. You get 90 capsules in the bottle, and it's good for 3 months for $23. It's the best. And make sure when we're eating, I am trying my best to be mindful of how much I eat and how much I put on my plate. Since I've been really paying attention to that for a minute, like I said, I'm one of them people. I was actually almost able to eat a full big plate of food. I had got to that point. And I think because when I start scaling back and I start doing no carb, very low carb, I start really paying attention to how many ounces I eat, because for a minute I had went crazy and I wasn't measuring my food. I wasn't weighing the ounces. And then I would go in there, and fix me a big old Sunday plate like I'm going to eat it all. Even though I didn't eat it all, that's not the way to eat. And I probably was eating more than what I should have been eating. And I know that because I wasn't losing weight. I was staying the same, and then I would creep up 1 or 2 pounds. Then I'll stay that, and then I'll probably lose a pound. Then I'll creep up, and I'm like, uh-oh, I need to change something. And that's when I seen myself going back into my old ways. And I refuse to go through this again. That was too much with the surgery and everything. And I'm not going to do all that in vain. So I just started cutting back. And I like to eat off, although I have plenty of dishes, I don't, I'm a paper plate girl. I buy paper plates. I bake, even though I don't have any children that actually live with me. My grandson here, he's here a lot, but there's no kids in our house, and we have plenty of dishes that we can use. I just like being able to just throw something away instead of all the time putting it in a dishwasher and stuff. Because when I use my plates, I'm running my water too much. I don't know. Make it make sense, I don't know, but I'm a paper plate girl. So I was getting the 10-inch paper plates. And I know they say, oh, use a saucer. But I would always buy the 10-inch paper plates because I would get more for my money. Well, I decided, nope, I'm going to get the 6-inch. So now I buy the 6-inch paper plates, and that way everybody's eating less because you can't put as much on the plate. And that was my mode of thinking. Let me get the smaller paper plate. So that 6-inch paper plate is not too much bigger than a saucer, which is fine for me. And I'll put my little bagel on there if I have a bagel. And if I do a bagel, guys, I use Dave's. I buy Dave's bagels because they're natural. They're not full of processed stuff, and they're better for you if you're going to eat a bagel. And the Dave's bagel is 11 grams of protein by itself. Sometimes I can eat a whole bagel. Sometimes I can only eat a half a bagel. But when I eat the whole bagel, I'm getting 11 grams of protein off with the bagel off the top. That ain't even including the extra 9 grams if I spread cream cheese on it. So make sure you're eating those small meals, small size portions when you are eating. Make sure you do not, this is a do not, once again, do not eat sugar, regular sugar. If you're going to eat a sugar, don't even eat this. Use Splenda. That's not good for you. Use a stevia. Use a ethanol sweetener. Stevia, ethanol, that or monk fruit. I don't like monk fruit sugar, but some people do. To each his own. But these are the sweeteners that you should be using. Not that sweet and low, not Splenda, not all those processed different substitutes, sugary substitutes. Don't use those. Use stevia, which is a plant, monk fruit, which is a plant, ethanol, which is a plant. These are plants. So you use these instead and as your sweetener, and they're good. Do not eat high fat foods. High fatty foods is not good for us. Between the sugar and the high fatty foods, when you eat a lot of high fatty foods and sugar, we get what's called the dumping syndrome. Now, it took me a minute trying to understand what the hell they mean. I know that means you got to go, go, go. Well, I finally understand what they mean by the dumping syndrome. I had it. I've had it a couple of times where you just going and going and going and going. And that can cause you, can slow down your weight loss. So you don't want that. You don't want all that runniness and stuff coming out of you like that. And I'm sorry, guys, for being so graphic, but that's what it is. It's nothing but the runs is what it is. That's the dumping syndrome, where you're just going and going. And you have really, you have control of it, but you got to run to that bathroom super fast. You don't want to be on no road trip. Well, I didn't have to worry about that because I knew what not to do. When you're on them road trips with family or going out to somewhere, to somebody else's house for dinner or, whatever. That's why it's not good to eat the sugar. Now, the dumping syndrome may not come on to you right away. It may come on the next day. When you wake up in the morning, you may wind up having it. It may come on later on that night. Everybody's body is different. But when you start, if you eat too much sugar, when you start eating that sugar or fatty foods that's high in fat, it will come on. And the crazy thing is, I didn't know it happened with high fatty foods. And I was eating, it was some pork or something that I was eating, but it was real fatty. The meat was really fatty. And I was doing low carb. This is why I was doing low carb. And I wind up having the dumping syndrome. And I realized when I did my research, it was because of the meat. I didn't know that fatty meats, too fatty of a meat, or fatty foods would cause you to have the dumping syndrome. And it does. So watch out for that. It gives you the dumping syndrome and it messes with your weight loss. You shouldn't be drinking, when you first have your surgery, carbonated beverages, because gases can accumulate in your stomach area and cause discomfort. Well, when they told us that, I was under the impression I could never drink carbonated drinks again. But this is only in the beginning. So those of you who getting ready to have surgery, that's not good for you, carbonated sodas. Me now, I can have carbonated sodas. I have some ice. I've been buying the ice, sugar-free. I bought some of those drinks the other day. I've only drunk probably 3 out of the whole case because when I looked at it, I didn't like all the additives that's in that. But I will finish them off because I don't throw away nothing. I'm not rich, so they will get drunk, but I won't purchase that anymore. I'll just keep on making my green tea and be happy with that. So if you're just having your surgery, recently had your surgery, you should not be drinking carbonated beverages because of the gases accumulating in your stomach, and it can cause discomfort and hurt. Okay. And back to the protein, guys. Make sure you do not skip out on your protein. That's a don't. Do not skip out on your protein. That is very vital to your muscle and your recovery, especially if you're recently have had surgery. It's vital to your recovery and your muscle mass. And people like me who are over a year out, I'm a year and 4 months out as of May 22nd. So make sure that you are getting that protein in for your muscle mass. Like I say, even though I got the back wings, I still make sure I get in my protein. And make sure you're not overeating. That's pretty much it for the don'ts. Make sure you're not overeating and stick to small, frequent meals. Okay? And that's to avoid overloading your stomach. And even if you have the gastric sleeve, you can stretch your stomach back out. You can stretch, that stomach can still be stretched after being out of surgery, after a period of time, after eating more than what you should. So be very careful after your surgery and even after you are a year, 2 years out. Just try and remember not to do these things. Now, don't rush your eating either. Make sure you take your time. The next thing, continue to follow the doctor and or your dietitian, the person, the doctor's assistant, when they're telling us to walk. Make sure we get our walk in and things like that. But if you like me, a couple of us in here got arthritis issues where we can't really walk. So we do water aerobics or things like that. But I done had some cortisone shots again, because remember I was just telling you guys about how my knees was hurting me. With the cortisone shots, I can get my walking in. So I've been getting in a little walking in the backyard and doing the little things that I do in the garden. And my little cortisone shots helped me out a little bit. Today when I was at Home Depot getting some plywood with Paulette to build my other bed out back, baby, that knee all of a sudden it went whoop, and I'm like, what? I was like, whoop, that hurts. You're like, what? I said, my left knee started hurting all of a sudden, and I just had my cortisone shot like a week ago. But what it is I was at the graduation yesterday. You have those stairs going. You got when you go into the marinas, you got to go down them stairs. So we didn't go way down, but we were like the fifth set of seats down, fifth of 5 or 6 seats down, and then we had to walk all the way and standing in them long lines and stuff. So you get my drift. Your girl was on her feet and her for a while, and my feet didn't hurt. It's the knees that start bother me, and it didn't bother me yesterday, and I think that's why I had the pain today when I caught myself walking around Home Depot and that sharp pain hit. Even though I had that shot, it's gone. It went away, but it let me know, honey, Arthur is still there. But Arthur can go somewhere. He can go bye-bye. I'm tired of Arthur. But thank God for the cortisone shot. It didn't last, the pain didn't last too long. But you guys, I'm on another tangent. The main thing is walking, exercising, doing whatever you need to do to help with the weight loss. Hey, Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. Tanya had something to say. She said she was recently diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis in her foot and ankle. Right. And that's what happens, Tanya. You do have a hard time walking. That's why I mentioned water aerobics. And great thing for rheumatoid arthritis is hot water, the jacuzzi, a warm swimming pool, like the pool I go to at our gym. It's an indoor pool. It's supposed to be heated. It's heated, but it ain't that heated. Some days it's warm, some days it's not. However, I will do my exercise and don't be jumping up and down in the water. Like water aerobics, they be having you go and all that jumping. Don't do that. You just lift your legs up and down and walk back and forth and back, lift them up and stuff. And it's good for your arthritis. And then once you get out the regular pool, go get in the hot tub. The hot tub is what's going to really going to relax that arthritis. And when you get out, you're going to feel so good. Trust me. And I, especially after doing it for about 3 or 4 days, do it at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week, you'll feel a whole lot better. But you're not going to be able to do all that walking, no. So do all your exercise in the pool. Lisa says, evening, everyone. Everybody's saying hi to Lisa. Oh, your dad had that? Rheumatoid arthritis in the foot too? Yeah, that ain't no joke. I have arthritis in my knees and my foot, but it's not as bad. The knees take away the pain from the foot. We have a jacuzzi in our apartment complex. See, yeah, perfect. Then that's where you go get in it. And trust me, you'll feel so much better. So much better. So that's what the doctors wanted us to do. They want us to do regular activities or workout gradually. And don't forget, you guys, you know, I have, I don't have them in here. I have like little 2-pound weights. Somebody probably gonna laugh at me. Yes, I have 2-pound weights. And I do my little arms like this with my 2-pound weights. You're welcome. I do that with my 2-pound weights. And I do my arms up with my 2-pound weights. I can't do nothing about this extra skin right here. Ain't nothing I can do to tighten that up. But I do this with my 2-pound weights. Yeah. And I do it like this. And sometimes I do this and I don't even have weights. Just doing this alone. Ooh, it feels so good. And the stretch. Yeah, that felt good. Just doing that, just stretching, just moving that body, you know. We just got to move our body. So do that regularly, just regularly. If you're just doing that 5, 10, 15 minutes out the day, you know, just doing this. All that's exercise. People think you got to be jumping up and down and doing all that. But if you ain't used to moving, anything you do once you get started is exercise for us, especially if we're not used to exercising. All right. And for those of you who recently had surgery or getting ready to have surgery, make sure you're mindful of lifting. Don't be trying to lift nothing, no 20 pounds and stuff like that, especially after you had surgery because of the stitches in your stomach. Well, not, what the little incisions that they put, and then they put that little tape on there or whatever. You don't want none of that stuff coming apart. You don't want to be putting no strain on your body or anything like that. At least avoid lifting heavy objects for the first few weeks after you have your surgery. Now, somebody like me, a year and a half out, I'm able to lift now. And I'm lifting those 20-pound bags of soil and dirt and stuff. And that's been giving me a great workout, like I said. And don't engage in strenuous exercises either if you're fresh out from surgery. But if if your surgery was 6 months ago, you should be okay with strenuous exercises. If you can do it, do it. Don't hold back, just go for it. You ain't got arthritis in your knees and in your feet, go for it. Ooh. Now, next, make sure, this is where I have a problem, guys. You see the look on my face? You see this look? I'm going to tell you where I have a problem. Sleeping. I have the hardest time sleeping, and I always have had a hard time sleeping my entire life. This has been my life. I cannot sleep. I'm up all night most nights. And the only time I can sleep is after I've been up for about a month, pretty much. I get up like every 30 minutes sometimes to go to the ladies' room. I've always had an irregular, overactive bladder. So that's one of the main reasons why I can't sleep. I have irregular, overactive bladder. I don't know if any of you guys have it. Has nothing to do with my age. It's been since I was a little girl. And my mom took me to the doctor. She wanted to find out. I used to get whoopings for wetting the bed when I was a little girl. And as I got older, when I hit 12, I'm still wetting the bed at 12 years old. Because as a child, you play hard. So you sleep hard. But as I got older, I didn't sleep hard because I wasn't playing hard. So I'm able to get up and go. And the doctors told her there was nothing wrong with me, which was a lie. They just didn't know back then about overactive bladders, I guess. It wasn't a thing when I was a little girl because I'm 59. So I finally got diagnosed with, one doctor told me I have a tilted uterus. The other doctor came and said, that's a lie. That's a lie. So it's just an overactive bladder, I guess. But I hate it. So every 30 minutes I'm up going to the bathroom. So I take pills for it now. So that's how I got to every 30 to 45 minutes. Prior to that, I used to get up every 15 minutes to go to the bathroom. That's how often I woke up. And my doctors and things would be like, how do you work? How do you get anything done? Well, this is my life. But as you get older, it gets harder and harder. So it's not harder to get up. You just get more tired. So after about a month of that, then finally I'll sleep real hard. And I may get 2 or 3 hours of sleep in. If I get 2 or 3 hours of sleep in straight, then that's great for me. So you guys make sure you're getting plenty of rest and plenty of sleep to aid with the healing process for those of you who are going through surgery or recently had surgery. Okay? And for those of us who had it a year ago, sleep is great. It helps with weight loss. It helps. It really does. So make sure you're getting your sleep. Make sure you're managing your stress. Although as parents and we got kids, we got grandkids, and we're always stressed, but we got to learn how to manage it because if something's going on and we can't, we always the fixer, especially us moms. We're always trying to fix everybody's problem. We got to learn how to manage that stress and not take it on. Give it to God, pray about it, whatever your beliefs are. But that's mine. I pray. I just pray and ask God to take it and help me deal with it. Show me how to deal with it to where it's not weighing on me. And if you have problems, seek support, seek a group. This is our group. This is our family. You guys are my family. We're all family in this journey together for this weight loss. And I love all of you guys. And I appreciate you guys for being a part of this channel and giving what you do and me sharing what I do and us making this all work together. Make sure you guys is attending your appointments as well, okay? Please, just because you had the surgery, don't think, oh, it's good and gravy and you can just move on and don't go back. Go back to your doctor's appointments. Deal with your DT, your dietitian, or whoever they have you set up with. If she have appointments for you, make sure and ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. All righty. So now is the time for you guys who tell me, is there anything that you want to discuss, that you want to ask? And if I can answer it, I will. Or bring to the table or share with us about what's going on with you and your weight loss journey. This week, like I said, was a decent week for me. I'm 2 pounds down. Anybody else want to share? I'll give you a minute. I know it's a little delayed reaction. Hello. Don't, I don't see no reason why it wouldn't be okay to eat watermelon. It's a fruit. You got seeds. Well, some of them come seedless, but yeah, watermelon is good. And it's nothing but watermelon is nothing but water. I can't have it because I can now. It's crazy. I used to be allergic to watermelon, but I'm no longer allergic to it now. All right, you better go, Lisa. That's how I be feeling. Look, 1 pound, 2 pounds, as long as it's going down, I'm good. I'm happy for you. Keep it up. Oh, you still having a problem making your water go? Do you not like water? What's happening with you and why you're not making your water go? That's a question I'm asking. I don't know if you were in here, Lisa, but I was talking earlier about how I start my morning, and sometimes I wind up like in a fasting state without realizing I'm fasting because the first thing I do in the morning is first I have my cup of coffee, got to have my jug, and I do 10 ounces. And then after that, the next thing I do is I drink 16 ounces of water. You don't really like water. See, that's what where um, That's where Tanya has the question for you with that. What about flavored water? And like I was drinking the ice, which is nothing but pretty much flavored water. The crystal, you can have a drip, you can put in your water. You can do lemon water with stevia in it. You know, you have to get in that water, and the water helps. Believe it or not, the water aids with your weight loss, Lisa, and that's probably why you're having problems with the weight loss. The water helps with weight loss. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not good. We're gonna have to. Even though we retired, girl, we're gonna have to get that liquid up somehow. Somehow, it's funny that that didn't. You had problems drinking before surgery, and I used to drink a lot of water prior to surgery, and then once I had surgery, I didn't want to drink any water. It was very, very hard for me to get water down. And all of a sudden, this last time when I started doing low carb, it's crazy. But since I started doing low carb, I am enjoying water. And I got to the point to where I didn't like water anymore. And I have always been a water drinker. I would go drink 4, 5 bottles of water a day prior to surgery. And for the past year, it has been a struggle getting down 2 bottles. But when I did start doing the low carb earlier this month in May, or the end of April, middle of April, when I started doing the low carb, all of a sudden the water started tasting good to me, and I'm able to get my water in. The water is going to be the one that help you with the weight loss. Yes, the water will aid in that weight loss. Anyone else have anything they want to share or add? Before we go, we've been on 57 minutes. We're coming up on an hour, guys. We're coming up on an hour. No other questions? She said, what about those flavor packets? Yeah, that's what I would do if I were you. I would drink the flavor packets. Just grab them. Um, and just add it to some water. Especially if you like them, you got to get it in any way you can. The main thing right now is getting in the liquids. You have to get in the liquids, and that's what one of the main things it says is to make sure that you are getting your liquids in. They say you need to drink at least 64 ounces of fluids or more daily, sipping between meals. 64 ounces of fluids. It didn't say it had to be water, but it says of fluids. But we know we ain't talking about no soda pop. Okay. So good liquids is mainly water, tea. If you like tea, herbal teas, the flavor packets is great. Look at the ingredients. Make sure you're not getting a flavor packet full of junk. If it got a whole lot of stuff in it that you can't spell and you don't understand, pass on it and find something that has less ingredients in it. You're welcome. Yeah, I like Crystal Light too. I drink the Crystal Light flavor packs. I even found some off-brand flavor pack that's not too bad um, at a discount store, and I drank that as well. But Crystal Light is one of the best. But honey, sometimes we gotta look. If a Crystal Light ain't on sale, get what's on sale. We just gotta do what we can do to get the water in, get that liquid in. But I like Crystal Light. All right. So I guess that's it, everybody. If no one else has anything they want to add, guys, this was great. It was great. I like when I'm prepared. Um, when I prepare ahead of time because it makes everything so much easier and so much better. So we're gonna pick this up next Wednesday. We're gonna go live. I'm gonna try and go live like when I'm out and about sometime, like I did while I was in Wisconsin. I just decided to go live one day, and it was cute. I was kind of shocked. It worked out really well. So I may do that if I'm doing something. I may just pop on and go live. All right. And I guess. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying my weekly vlogs. I have. I'll be working on another one coming up from Wisconsin. I'm gonna take you guys along with me to the meat plant. Hopefully, I'll put that. One of those is coming up next. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I got a couple of, I think probably two more to upload from my Wisconsin trip, and then I'm gonna get back into my regular vlogs. I haven't been doing any cooking videos this week, like I said, because of all the graduations. My grandson graduated yesterday from elementary to junior high. I missed his because my granddaughter graduated high school yesterday. So I've been so busy this week preparing for that. And then Paulette and I, we've been talking about taking a trip to Thailand in hopefully October, if the Lord say the same and finances say the same. We're planning on just going down there to check it out to make sure that's what we really want to do, which I'm pretty sure it is. Go and live in Thailand for a few years or a year or two. We don't know how long we'll be there, but going down there to see what it's like. And when I do that, I'm gonna bring you guys along as well. So I'm going to be getting out this house, and I'm going to be taking you all along with me. My main thing is getting my garden together, up and running. It's almost together. Paulette and I are building out to make the garden bed in the center of the yard a lot better. I'm having a problem, guys, and that's what I wanted to ask you. Is there anybody that watched my life who garden? Because I'm new at it. And I planted some seeds, some things from seeds like tomatoes, some sweet yellow peppers, some celery, and stuff. And they seem to be this little. It's like, and I planted that stuff back in the end of March and the first of April. And then I think I did some in May, but the ones in May didn't work. But anyway, I got a whole lot of little bitty plants. They had got about this tall, but I had to put them down in the dirt from what I was looking at and hoping it worked. But if y'all know anything about gardening, y'all hit a girl up in one of my comments in one of my garden videos and tell me what am I doing wrong. And is it just gonna take some months before they really get big enough to transplant? I don't know. That's if you know anything about gardening, let me know. But I'm gonna say good night. Thank you all for tuning in. I did. I used the organic Miracle Grow. They had two gigantic bags like this. Ooh, they was huge bags. Two for $12. They were only $6. Organic Miracle Grow, and I bought probably about 25 bags of it. I have my garden. It was supposed to be little. Now it's huge. I got two planter boxes, and then I got a whole section in the middle of the backyard full of. I got two watermelons that are transplants. I got 12 peppers. I don't even eat pepper like that. Jalapenos, pepper transplant plants out there. Then I got bell pepper. I eat a lot of bell pepper because I like them in my salads and I like them in my stir fries and stuff like that. I like bell peppers and onions on my meat and stuff, you know. So I got a lot, and I bought some black cow. I think it's called black cow fertilizer, manure, or whatever. And then I bought some compost, and I mixed all that in with the Miracle Grow to give it extra nutrients and stuff for the ones that I planted out in the yard. So I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I'm trying. So is that right, Tanya? I'm waiting on her to respond. And I've been watching videos on how often to water. I'm trying not to overwater. I think I just need to have some patience. Okay, and that's what I've been doing. Because guess what? I think I planted some of my seeds during the wrong period because I thought I was in zone 8B or something like that. Come to find out, Douglasville is zone 7B. So it was like I was planting my stuff 1 month out of season or something like that. And so Google and search on my plants. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I sure am. Thank you. That's what I'm gonna have to do. All righty. Well, that's it, guys. I love you all. Remember, peace, love, and happiness is the only way to live. And I hope you all continue to follow me and watch my videos, continue to interact because I love talking to you all and responding and asking questions and getting information. And we will be back again next Wednesday, same time, same back channel. Night, everybody. Night, Lisa. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. And I think it's Memorial Day coming up. Thank you. Good night, cousin. Good night until next week. Yep. All right. See you all next week. And we will hopefully I'll have another video up by tomorrow. If not tomorrow, if not Thursday, by Friday. See y'all later.